A group of American scientists is willing to risk their reputation and resume investigations into the alien mummies of Nazca. The objects, which supposedly have extraterrestrial origins, have been the subject of debates and disputes with Peruvian authorities since 2017. A preliminary forensic analysis of the bodies classified the mummies as a hoax. Now, U.S. scientists have decided to personally examine the specimens. They claim that the case deserves further investigation and that no one can definitively attest that they are fake. Earth Echoes delves into this controversial and intriguing scenario to explore the numerous possibilities of life, which may extend far beyond planet Earth. Before we dive into this fascinating mystery, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way, you'll stay updated with all the latest from Earth Echoes. Last year, 2 alleged extraterrestrial mummies were presented at a controversial public hearing in the Mexican Congress. The creatures were in sarcophagi, exhibiting shrunken heads, chalky skin, 3-fingered hands, and each measuring about 60 centimeters. During the hearing, ufologist Jaime Maussan asserted that the beings are not human and are not part of terrestrial evolution. The mummified bodies were said to have been found in the city of Cusco, Peru, in 2015, and to be over 1,000 years old. In an official statement, the Institute of Physics of Peru confirmed that analyses determined the age of the beings. The 2 new specimens were also studied by scientists at the University of Mexico using radiocarbon dating. After comparing the samples with human DNA, researchers purportedly found that 30% of the genetic makeup was of unknown origin. Argentine surgeon Celestino Adolfo Piotto assesses that they are an evolved version of humans, labeling them as our descendants. Experts also claimed, under oath, to have found eggs inside the aliens and that they had implants made of rare metals such as osmium. The Mexico hearing brought together pilots, air traffic controllers, Harvard astronomers, as well as specialists from Japan, Argentina, and France. In an interview with Reuters, anthropologist Roger Zuniga stated that the beings are real and that there was no intervention in the physical and biological formation of the mummies. A letter signed by 11 researchers from the University of Mexico corroborates Roger Zuniga's assertions. However, there is still no official conclusion from the research, nor concrete evidence to prove the validity of the claims. At the time, the hearing in Mexico attracted media attention and was harshly criticized by many experts from various parts of the world. Researchers pointed out that the revelation had been systematically debunked by the scientific community several years ago. Studies on similar remains concluded that the specimens had been modified by humans, using bones from animals and humans. In 2017, a report from the Public Prosecutor's Office in Peru concluded that the bodies were actually dolls made with a mixture of paper and glue. The document added that the figures were certainly man-made and that there were no remains of ancestral aliens. Anthropologist Zuniga confirms that researchers studied 5 other specimens similar to the Nazca mummies over 4 years. He agrees that the previous samples were likely fake, but insists that the 2 Nazca mummies are authentic. The apparently dissected bodies were said to have been found in the sandy underground of the Nazca Desert in Peru. The area is known for gigantic and enigmatic figures carved into the earth and visible only from an aerial perspective. Most scholars attribute the famous Nazca lines to ancient indigenous communities who lived between 500 BC and 500 AD. The intriguing setting contributes to the claims of various renowned scientists who are risking their reputation to confirm the origin of the mummies. Now, American researchers have decided to take the lead in the investigations to definitively confirm the authenticity of the beings. The 3 individuals are experienced doctors from the United States and publicly announced the resumption of studies on the Nazca alien mummies. The team consists of Dr. James Caruso, a medical examiner from Denver, Colorado, Dr. William Rodriguez, a forensic anthropologist from Maryland, and Dr. John McDowell, a forensic dentist from the University of Colorado. Interestingly, during the press conference, an unknown woman attempted to interrupt the presentation, but without success. She identified herself as an employee of the Ministry of Culture of Peru and intended to take the mummies' bodies, but they were not present at the location. Resuming the session, the doctors explained that they had placed the objects in tomography machines and are now awaiting the final results. All three concluded that the bodies urgently require further evaluation, and no one can yet attest that they are fake. This leaves the door open for more academic institutions to get their hands on Nazca mummy samples for additional studies. The Ministry of Culture of Peru has expressed opposition to the reopening of the investigations. Authorities claim that the remains are actually dolls constructed by tomb raiders to sell on the illegal market. The session in the Mexican Congress occurred at a strategic moment in the history of unidentified flying objects. The hearing took place 2 days before a NASA publication featuring an eagerly awaited report on the study of UFOs. The new study brings a redefinition of the acronym UFO to UAPs, meaning Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. The change was made after erroneous reports of lights in the sky, which later turned out to be planets, rockets, and even comets traveling through space. As not every sighting relates to a physical object, NASA decided to change the terminology from flying object to anomalous phenomenon. The team involved in the research consists of 16 specialists from various fields, responsible for investigating the nature and origin of these phenomena. The agency's Directorate of Scientific Missions considers celestial anomalies to represent one of the greatest current mysteries. During the presentation, NASA Director Bill Nelson raised the question of the mathematical probability of life existing beyond Earth. He suggests that the universe is so vast that there could be a replica of life in another solar system. He believes that, light years away, there must be signs of more advanced life than ours, and that when this is discovered, it will be revealed to the world. The space agency will work with civilian reports registered by commercial, private, and military pilots to compile information on UAPs. The intention is to deepen the quality of the reports and remove the stigma that has accompanied studies of anomalous phenomena for decades. Scientists aim to shift the perception of UAPs from sensationalism to science. The goal is for the topic to be taken seriously by society, from a scientific perspective with data and transparency. Currently, there is a limited number of high-quality recorded observations of UAPs. The lack of evidence so far makes scientific conclusions about the nature and origin of unknown phenomena impossible. One of the points that raises many doubts in the world is whether UAPs pose any risk to humanity. Since 2022, the United States House of Representatives has been holding public hearings to discuss the various unexplained sightings and reports. On the occasion, defense officials revealed for the first time the various aerial phenomena experienced by experienced and reliable witnesses. The hearings also examine a report listing sightings between 2004 and 2021. During the period, 144 incidents were recorded. During the debates, former U.S. Air Force officer David Grush exposed that the government is hiding the possession of alien UFOs. The hearing in Mexico was requested after Grush exposed that authorities are omitting evidence, putting global security at risk. Following the hearing in Mexico, Congressman Sergio Gutierrez also called for reform of the country's law to make information about UAPs public. Now, the world awaits the results and considerations of the new investigation by American doctors into the Nazca mummies. The identification of 30% of unknown DNA from the alleged aliens may bring new revelations for life beyond Earth. Earth echoes will continue here. echoing the mystery and infinite possibilities of the universe. Do you believe in life beyond Earth? Take the opportunity to discuss in the comments about the Nazca mummies. Don't forget to like and share the content. See you next.